And here we are going on with the music that we have. And first, we're going to start off with Cool. And pretty excited to see how this handles because we saw a small clip of it in the guide, which means we know that this is going to be more of a pop song. Let's see how they handle it. Listen to Utopia. She's a beauty queen, such a masterpiece, and my heart just skipped a beat. She's a classical, so magical, like an old school melody. The body got me stubborn, it's so pretty, got me suffering, leave me on my seat. Feel the fight in my castle, in the body, in my feel the heat. Hey, this is actually pretty good. Look at his hair. You look so sick, better call the doctor. My head keeps spinning like a helicopter, going round and round, I'm going front to back. You giving me a heart attack. The body got me stubborn, it's so beauty, got me suffering, leave me on my seat. Feel the fight in my castle, in the body, in my feel the heat. That's actually got a slick little drawback there. My mind. I wanna call you my baby. Like a boxer. Good God, you're a fancy talker. But I just can't get enough. Give me that chili, 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 baby, you're so illy. Every time you walk by, every time you say hi, every time you put on a smile. Interesting. The thing that I find so interesting about this song, for me personally, I think the thing that goes to show you that using the kind of more basic tools is just something that's very effective, if I'm being honest. Like, I personally think the fact that, like, the lyrics were a little bit more basic, the setup was a little bit more basic, it felt like something from the 80s, and the rhyme scheme was pretty much kind of on a basic scale. Now, yeah, I think one thing needs to be understood. Just because they can do everything complex and can do all this crazy stuff does not mean that because they're doing something basic is a bad thing. I think that with the fact that we have something that's just kind of tried and true and it's tested well, and these are the basic tools that we use to create all the music, so it doesn't really detract from quality. So for me personally, I think the sound is pretty good. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, I actually think that the rhyme scheme and just kind of the vibe behind it, given that kind of cool '80s vibe, definitely was a very solid set. I think that it is a fun song. I think it's meant to just kind of have fun with it as well. Like this is one of those ones where I feel like I need to sit down and be like, "Oh yes, well right here he turns it into a minor chord," or anything like that. This is just them having fun, trying something new, and kind of going off script. And I think that it actually, in a weird way, that I wasn't really going to expect, works. That's my personal opinion on it. Yeah. Plus, it's fun to see him kind of tackle this genre, test the waters, as it were. Very cool. Interesting. Next, we are moving on to Snow Globe. And, yeah. Excited to see. I'm going to guess probably something Christmassy, right? Kind of has a Tim Burton-esque feel to it.
Softly embracing all that I've ever known. The loneliness settling deeper, so silently under my feet. Loneliness there, and my reflection, hoping for something more. The cold reality splinters, a faint melodious sound. Sweet temptation is calling me. Take a leap of faith over down. When the stars align, rose in a favor.
This is cool.
Santa stays in the night. Santa Claus the light, word never waver. No one is waiting to catch you tonight. Don't look down if you fall from grace.
Oh, wouldn't. This is really interesting. Jeez.
The starry night out of my window, darkness covers with no wind inside. To go back solo, always hoping to find the moonshine.
Interesting. I think the thing that's really interesting about this is that they really could have actually just gone with a very stereotypical, happy go lucky, cutesy kind of Christmas song. But instead, they kind of added a little bit more nuance to it. They decided that they wanted to add a little bit more of there's something at stake here within the music and the way that the tension builds, the lyrics of the song kind of all just really lend to the fact that, this is not just your typical happy Christmas song about a snow globe. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I feel like that the first two songs that we've had have absolutely 100% been this whole idea of they're kind of going off script a little bit. We got a normal pop song. Now we have like kind of a darker, more mature, nuanced Christmas song or holiday song or winter song, whatever you want to say it is, and add this kind of off the script, different vibe, and kind of pushing their own usual styling, which I actually think was pretty cool. And I really loved the feel behind that, because I think that sometimes, as much as I don't hate or dislike anything that kind of goes along with the traditional sounds of, like winter or whatnot, it is really cool to kind of see them perform something like this that adds a little bit more of an edge to it, or a little bit more of a, boundary pushing, just a smidgen. I think that was pretty cool. The thing that's really cool, though, is that they still add elements of typical Christmas music, and I feel like the idea of throwing in the usual bouncy strings and kind of the things that normally would be considered cozy, and flip it on its head and kind of give it a new shake. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. This song is a lot of fun, and I think it brings something kind of unique and different. So, very cool. I like that. This is a kind of a sneaky hidden gem, isn't it? Very cool. And here we are, finishing off the entire recommendation list. This is the last one, the chosen one. And so I have some stuff planned that is not going to be from the list, as I always try to kind of make a couple of little fun, extras to add on and end the week with. Because yes, I do a full 7 days when I do these. The thing that I did do is I found I found as many as I feel like that I had time for.